of healthy tension in the body is the solar plexus, aka the epigastrium, aka the celiac plexus. So, love should have brought. If I'm imploding here, my throat's gonna implode. But if I cough gently, I can feel that there's paradoxically a forward. Love should have brought you home last night. Should have been with me. If this implodes, you can grunt, you can cough, you can start to feel it. Should have been with me. Should have been right by my side, baby. Baby. You get it? So I want this firming and protruding forward. Now there's so many ways to feel it. Coughing, grunting. You can do a staccato S. The Italians refer to this as inhalare la voce. Even though I'm exhaling, I'm not going I have the appearance I'm being so basic, but you know, I'm just throwing my voice around weirdly. It's open as opposed to you can use it for whatever you want, but it is a form of tension. It firms and protrudes forward. The solar plexus is where your diaphragm connects to the front of your body. Your diaphragm goes all the way around. Where you have rib cage, you have diaphragm. The solar plexus is unique, however, because it is exposed. Your ribs slope up, and where your top two abs are, you can actually press and feel the action of your solar plexus or your epigastrium. So it's a convergence of muscle. It's not a muscle per se. It's where the diaphragm meets with the abdominal wall up here. It's a neuroplexus. It's rich with nerve endings. It has a lot to do with, a somatic therapist might say, the assertion center. It engages naturally when we're speaking from a place of conviction or certainty. Hey, I don't like that. You can't talk to me that way. I said, no, it's that. But it kind of tends to deflate and kind of even atrophy if we're like, hey, no, it's fine. Yeah, no, I don't mind at all. I can stay late. I can work later, you know, versus, no, I don't want to. Thank you, but no. So when you're kind of setting a boundary, standing up for yourself, this engages and the vocal folds close better, they adduct better with more medial compression. So we get this kind of meatier, you know, instead of So there's a firming and protruding forward. This is a magical thing to know because a lot of you think that the abs have to be squeezed in. So now that you know that there's a paradoxical forward thrusting, work with that. On my Patreon and in my Breathing Bootcamp series on Udemy, I'll link where you can find all this stuff. But just go to my Patreon. You know, on my Patreon, I go into detail on how to work this. You might know it as le point magique, the magic point. I have so many videos on my Patreon of how to work this, and I just don't want to give it all away for free. I feel like getting that much, honestly, you can kind of, I'm cheating myself out of some money here. If you could just play with this and figure it out on your own, you can figure out some magical stuff about your voice, okay? And I'm doing this for you, Luce, and because there were people who along the way for me, when I first started, helped me out when they didn't have to, and I want to pay that forward, but I also, this is my job. So some of you are like, I'm so grateful. How can I support? You can buy my stuff. You can buy my stuff. Okay, I got to work on the theme song, but go to Patreon for $5. You can access way more. I got to go do more work, but I'll see y'all.